Welcome, everybody, to War Commander Unshackled. Welcome to the introduction of CC14. Tonight on the panel, we have Fear the Peel. We have Chad and Anton Airlines. Welcome, gentlemen, and welcome to everybody out in the YouTube chat. I've got something a little special in store. We're going to change it up just a little bit after I do these reading of the update notes. I got something that, I was asked to try, and I'm going to give it a shot. So we're going to see what happens with this. Whether it works or whether it doesn't, we'll find out shortly. So, with everybody out there, so, Anton, how are you doing today?
Yep, doing the very best there. A lot of good content in there and that there. So there's lots of different ideas in the upgrade. Looking forward to it. A little bit harsh on the time, so I hope they review that like they said they would, and make a quick decision on it. There would be grateful there. Just I think a little harsh, but not so bad. Not so bad. Just a little harsh. I'm not going to be too hard on anybody. They put a lot of time and effort in that there, so I'm not going to take away from anybody's hard work.
Right, and I appreciate that. How you doing today, Chad? I think Chad might be a little busy over there, but...
Nope, I'm doing good. Oh, I'm just going through and checking out all of the stuff that's changed after the maintenance.
All right. Yeah, there is a lot of content released this time around, so... And Fear the Peel. How are you today?
Pretty good.
So, are you going to be making the comeback now?
Nope.
You just decided to come on and grace us with your presence of eating chicken.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, let's get right down to the nitty gritty. Give me 1 second to share my screen. First things first, we're going to go over the general content and release notes just a little bit. So, of course, the game's downtime did get pushed back a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, as you all know. That was so they can make sure everything was working perfectly, and not to have to take it down for emergency maintenance time and time again because of little bugs and glitches and whatnot. So, of course, as you all know, this was a major release. So they're bound to be maybe a bug or two here, but there is Discord, ladies and gentlemen. There is the ticket support system if you are able to do that. So first things first, let's get down to it. The content changes that were applied. CC14 has come out to unlock a powerful upgrade and some great new features. So the CC upgrade time is the same as CC13, which was 11 days. You will now have vault protection up to 60% of stored resources when your storage buildings are destroyed in PvP. Please note, attackers' resources gain is not affected. So you will also have war production, automatically deployed infantry and vehicles when under attack from a barracks and war factory. Your bunkers, your watchtowers, and your strongholds, level 5 to 10 upgrade times have been reduced. However, an additional couple of levels we've got up to level 13 are now available. Your towers, your heavy platforms, resource cost for swapping turrets have been greatly reduced up to 75%. All turrets, platforms, bunkers will now swap instantly. Your go-go bar now can take control of your attacking units at level 21 and test out your test it all out publicly available at level 22. Available units at level 22. Fortified walls, now formerly super walls. They delayed the implementation of this, as you can see, due to a little bug of being able to stack them. So yeah, it'll come out later in another release. Of course, you can unlock the new CC shield generator through your defense lab at level 26. Your CC generator reduces incoming damage to your CC and all adjacent buildings. Level up the Weapons Lab to 5 to be able to place a second Bastion. Now, for those of you that are thinking, are we going to get a chemical core and silicone update? No, we're not. It's going to stay the same as it is. The reason behind that is to keep it at a commodity, kind of like thorium was for the longest time. It is still a commodity in a sense. Gold upgrade cost for all barricade levels have been reduced. A new power plant level has been added to increase your power output. Now we have 2 new spec ops that have come out to the gear store. Well, I should say 1 new spec op and 1 reworked spec op. The Jumbo Jet has increased metal and oil generations at metal and oil deposits and the producers by 1,000%. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, 1,000%. The new spec op that has been released is the Master Loot. Now, this is for PvE only. This is not for PvP. However, it increases your metal and oil acquired from a rogue faction base by, yes, again, 1,000%. Somebody was telling me they got, what was it, 117 or 170 million res from a
171 million. I just got up hitting there at 35 without the boost strong.
Yep, and that is without the other boosts from the raid. For more.
Pillager, I think there. Is it the Pillager they call it?
The Pillager. Also, the bubble time has been for the 2-star. Now will last 27 hours instead of 36. Originally, it used to be 24, but somehow it got bumped up to 36. So now it's back down to 27. We've got a couple of bug fixes. An issue when purchasing Dina would remove Expert Dina from the gear store. If you purchased Dina from the gear store, you would need to scrap her and rebuild her in order for Expert Dina to appear. Purchasing Expert Dina requires you to purchase Dina first now. As a result, they have lowered the price of Dina to 350,000 medals in the gear store. So you got to buy the regular Dina, then you got to buy the Expert Dina. So a lot of people still have the regular Dina, so I mean it's still a win-win for everybody here.
Hello out there, Dr. Phil. Hello, champ. It's a message from you there from Dr. Phil.
All righty, that's great. And same to you. Hold on, champ. Or
I'll send some there.
All right, thank you. So we're going to start off with Chad. What do you think about these little bit of these releases and update notes that we got? And yeah, Doc, I'll go ahead and show you.
I like them. I was just checking them out as you're reading them. Again, right before you had started the show, the upgrade times is what gets me. Like I said, I thought we moved away from these massive upgrade times.
Well, with that being said, of course, you know, they reduced some of the upgrade times on the other buildings now.
Yeah, it's a give and take.
It is always going to be a give and take. We ask for one thing, and yes, we're going to get it, but, you know, as we all have stated, there are certain things that have to be taken into effect that, yes, we get reduced times for this amount of levels from 1 to 10, and then 10 to 13. Back up there.
Now, just sorry there, David Tinder. Just there's another wee thing, was, you know, on the banner, you know, below the gold seal, PvP attacks award more infamy has just been added to it.
What was that?
PvP attacks award more infamy now.
Oh, PvP attacks.
You know, on your wee banner in the top there, you know, gold seal is on now. Just below it there in red, it just says PvP attacks. And that is worth a lot more. Holy moly. Zero infamy gives me 58.
So
it does. Right.
Well, that's a good thing. So they're rebalancing PvP payouts a little bit more. So, all right. Fear the Peel. What do you think about some of these updates?
I don't really care about them, to be honest, as I haven't played the game in 3 weeks, and I have no plans to ever get back into it. But it looks kind of cool that they brought a shield and some of the other things. I saw somebody posted a picture of one of the Leveled up strongholds, got like over 1 million health. So that's kind of cool. It'll make it a lot harder to kill. Can't just like missile them down.
All right. And Anton, I know you've given your response on City's show, but what do you think so far?
No, I tell you what, there. I don't want to be again go into too critical there. I just thought the upgrade times were just need to be re-looked at again there. Even for me to go with bunkers, it's going to take me 4 months to max out my bunkers and things like that there. You know, and they're not going to be priority at all. They should be priority, but they're not going to be. You know, I'll have to upgrade my power plants and things like that there, so well. And I just think, they need to be. I thought that the bunkers should have been like 3, 4, 5 days, or 4, 5, 6 days. I think that would have been a fair, you know, and that would have saved you a month. But you know, I'm excited about the new changes. We'll all have to adapt, and that's good. It's refreshing on that there. And I'm not going to be so hard on people, but I just think people's views are, including my own, just a little bit too heavy on the times, and that's all I can say. And I think that's quite a fair assessment without going over the top.
Welcome, champ. So I know you just came on, but you're probably listening, and you've probably already read over these update notes and content release. What do you think so far, Mr. Champ?
What?
What do you think of these update notes and bug fixes that we got so far?
I just got on. I just got home from work.
Okay.
Hello there, Champeroo. How are you?
Hello. So I'm not going to coin it in case anybody's wondering, but I have seen a few people who have. And it looks pretty cool. So, but yeah, should be interesting. I saw we got 5 upgrades on storages, 5 upgrades on, was it War Factory?
Something along those lines, I do believe.
War Factory, barracks, level on the weapons lab, and there was something else.
I've now, granted, I haven't been in the game because I've been at work.
Yeah.
Now, I have heard that the new level on the weapons lab is what, 15 days?
Is it 15 days?
15 days on weapons lab. Defense lab is 10 days.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That is some major upgrade times right there, in all honesty.
And you're not getting any extra
Yeah.
extra space, so you're not.
Or not. Well, they did increase the armory by 5 levels too, so that'll kind of help with the storage problem.
Here's a question: This master loot thing, is that a typo or is that legit 1000%?
That is legit. It is correct. It is a 1000% bonus. As Anton said, he got 171 million without the pillager running.
Nice.
From age level 35.
Well, that's,
What is this?
it's the new spec ops.
New spec ops.
Oh, the new spec ops. Oh, is that in the
Jumbo
gear
jet.
store?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
No, it's 5,000 medals. They're
Oh, I
only
see.
for 2 days. With
Master loot. That's a neat
How
one.
long does it last for?
2 days max for 500,000 Thor.
it is a 1 day
1 day and then 2 day or another promotion on it there, you know.
and if the jumbo jet has just become viable to a certain extent.
Yeah,
However, I'm going to say this will level up the lowers that have a crap ton of depots.
Which they should get rid of.
Yeah.
They should just get rid of those.
Yeah, I think as a whole, Kickstarter need to just remove depots. They're outdated. They're useless. They need to just get rid of them.
They're
Yeah,
not
spawn.
They're not 100% useless for the lower levels, you know.
No, they are. Trust
They
me.
are. I have a little account that I'm.
Well, another way of looking at it is that they cause so many fights and wars that makes kicks a fortune, so it does.
Yeah, but I mean, realistically, they'd make more money by being able to spawn so many more things.
Yeah, they could spawn like different varieties of faction bases or whatnot. They can add a new speaking of that, they should add a new resource base because we've had the Iron Strike 60. When everybody farms Iron Strike 6, well, they should come out with a resource base where they give us like 100 million oil, 100 oil, or 100 million metal.
That's the point of this. Exactly, that's the point of this op. I mean, the original reason behind the Iron Strike 60 was because people were farming res bases. They were only farming the res out of the bases, leaving the base without any res. Mm-hmm. So they made it this way, so you have to complete the base to get your res. That's why they make the res as a prize. Whereas now with this new op, you can, opt to go do a normal base and get that bigger prize. But you still won't necessarily have that issue. I mean, if they were to drop, say, a normal res base that would normally give you 100 mil of each, let's say, with that's going to give you like a fucking shit ton. But you could still potentially have that issue of people just farming the res out of the base and leaving the base. Granted, I don't necessarily think it would happen anymore. I think people have gotten out of that idea of just taking res out of bases, but you never know, it might come back. However, I think if they were to bring a new base in, it would follow the Iron Strike 60 pattern, where the res would be a bonus.
There is the talk of more bases coming out. However, they're not out just yet. They are still working on them. So.
I didn't see this. Another 2 levels on the go-go bar.
Yes. So
another 5 levels on the thorium storage.
I got a question because I can't see my screen right now because I'm doing full screen. Is this showing up on YouTube?
What?
What I'm
Nutcracker says they're giving us a new resource base. If they are
showing up on YouTube.
Huh?
I haven't seen it.
Showing on YouTube. You're welcome to War Commanders.
I'm not with the program because that's
welcome to Command Center.
Yep.
Good night, folks. Take care.
So yeah, just a quick reminder to everyone: the master loot spec ops only works on res in a base. It doesn't apply to bonuses.
No, it is PvE bases only, not PvP. So any rogue base, you will get the bonus. And no, it does not count towards Thor. It is metal and oil only.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
So,
can you imagine hitting a fucking like Thor 80, like filling up with one base?
If anybody wants to see the new CCs in high res, I will show those later if they want. So, with that being said, as I said, welcome to Command Center 14. Your upgrade time is 11 days, or it's what, 500 and something gold?
So is it 14 days? It's not 14 days. It's 11 days.
11 days.
Yeah, it's if you get the 450 million oil and metal, it's 528.
Yeah, David, you can't even read your own fucking picture.
Hey,
it fucking says upgrade time 11 days.
Yes, I thought I said 11, but anyway. Okay, so your resource and thorium storages, new levels 26 to 30. It does require CC14. Its functionality, increase your resource storages. New functionality, vault protection. Your vault protection up to 60% of storage resources when your storage is destroyed. Of course, there's something else now to the barracks, level 16 through 20. At CC level 14, new functionality, unlock war production at level 16. War production automatically deploys infantry units while under attack. Level up to select more powerful infantry. Level 11 through 15 upgrades have their RSS and time costs reduced. So with that, you're going to be able to select units that come out of your base that get deployed. The times are posted, I do believe, somewhere a little later on when I read Mr. Storm Chaser's little post that he did. Now, it's not that little, but it has some very good information. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you are aligned to, say, for example, Corpus, and you tell it to deploy a Sentinel, you will lose your faction buff. So this is just like deploying the Twin Titans. So, your next step is the War Factory. New levels 21 through 25. It does require CC14. The new functionality unlocks war production at level 21. Automatically deploys vehicles while under attack. Level up to select more powerful units. An example, if you're aligned to Sentinel and you have it deploy Phalanx, if that's available, that's just an example, then you lose your faction buff. And of course, at level 16 through 20 upgrades, have their RSS and time cost reduced. Then, of course, you've got your bunkers, stronghold, and watchtowers. New levels are added 11 through 13. It does require CC14. Stats increase capacity and hit points. Upgrade times for levels 5 through 10 have been reduced. And if you guys want to see these things in higher res blown up pretty good, let me know and I will show those later. Now, your towers, heavy platforms. New levels, you're not getting any. However, you're getting some new functionality. The swapping turrets and platforms instantly, 5 seconds, begin at level 10. Swapping resource costs have been greatly reduced. It does require CC14.
Hey, Dave.
Yes, sir.
Does it happen? It says increases capacity. Levels. What is it? 11 through 13 on the bunkers and towers.
Yes, sir.
Does it say by how much?
I've already
They
been
go up to 700, I believe.
Yeah,
700 to max bunker, yeah.
Yeah, you will not be able to put, let's say, 2 sharpshooters and a Dracon or 3 sharpshooters in there yet.
Just 50 short of that there.
This speculation.
Yeah.
Although I have seen people asking for it, so.
Hold up.
What do you want?
Go bar. Fuck yeah.
So, let's go over to the go-go bar. You got a couple of new levels to that. Level 21, you're able to take control of attacking units and test your own defenses. You can swap between attack and defend at will. Now, use any publicly available units to attack your base via the go-go bar. This means if you do not own the unit, regardless, you will be able to use that unit. Now, it will only be at level 1. However, if you don't own it and you want to test your base against it, you'll be able to test your base at level 22. So, and of course, the barricades. New level 13 requires CC14. Functionality upgrade cost for all walls have been reduced. Because I remember selecting all walls and it was like 10,000 gold. I'm like going, huh? To upgrade all of them. So we'll see what that is. I mean, I may actually go and look at that when I get done with this just to see the cost, or if somebody already has their CC.
You can't, because you need to finish reading the last sentence.
Right. So, however, the fortified walls were delayed until further notice. As you saw, there is a bug with that where you're able to stack them, and we don't want that at all.
No, it's good they actually showed the bug there, so it was there. It's pretty. People can understand why.
That is, I love that. I mean, it's not 100%, so they're not going to release it. So, and I like that idea. So, of course, here's a lot of new stuff. You got the CC shield generator. Its new levels are 1 through 5. Your defense lab requires level 26. Reduces incoming damage to your CC and adjacent buildings which are touched by it up to 50%. So just like your fusion turrets or your viral turrets or your absorption turrets, this is the same principle behind that. So the building has to be touching your CC. Now you got your defense lab, new level 26, new functionality, unlocks the CC shield generator. Then, of course, you've got your next weapons lab upgrade, level 5. The ability to place a second bastion. As, of course, I've already stated, but I'll state it again. There is no increase to your chemicals, silicones, and cores at this time.
That doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry.
Well, I had to ask about it because, you know,
I
everybody.
mean, that's just, I mean, they come out with these upgrades. And what do they give us? They give us an upgrade that doesn't do shit for us.
Because I got to
I quite frankly think that's pretty stupid.
Because what is the current limit? 1,500, or did they up it to 2,000? I can't remember.
The silicones and chemicals are 2,000. Your cores are still going to be 200.
All right, that's fine.
That's just,
so the point is, if you're trying to drop like a level 3 Tesla or level 3 orbital laser, I mean, they're both, I believe, 900 res.
Yeah.
So, like, if you were to drop, one of each, that's 1,800, like that. I mean,
so we got the capacity for that.
Yeah, you do, but being able to then go back and get 1,800, you can't do it every single day because I don't think are the bases out every day.
No, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
That's correct.
Oh, yeah. So after Thursday, you kind of fucked till you come back to Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can get away with it. If you store enough, you have enough to store for the entire week.
Only for a few days because
what you got to do is build.
You build them on Thursday. You place them. You get 2 days. You can store up. You have another 2 days. You get 4 days. But that's a lot of grinding.
Yeah.
Not really.
No.
Not really.
No.
However, somebody was telling me that the payouts though on the bases have been increased because normally you'd get on the 50 bases you get 20. Oh, hey, I got 100. Great. They were getting 100s each time they hit the weapons lab.
You get like 200. You can get 200 chemical, 200 silicone.
Yep.
And if you get lucky, you could get the 100 core ones.
Yep.
But it's just one of those random generator things that they pull on us.
Well, so as far as the armory is concerned, everybody's been asking for a little more space. There are no new levels. However, the capacity has been increased by 50% for all levels.
That's good.
So, I mean, I'm at 50,000, so I'll be at, 75,000? So, more scrapping units for a while.
So, Dave, you would know about this. Okay, so when we're doing PvP base, right, when we're attacking someone.
Exactly.
And we run out of air. We have air left in our tunes, but we can't deploy them. Is that a glitch or is that intended?
That is a bug.
Okay.
And they are working on finding the fix for that.
Well, can you repeat that?
I was wondering about that because I'm not sure if like Kixeye sort of set a max deployable air tune capacity or
no, that is a true bug.
Is that still in the game?
Huh?
Is that bug still in the game?
Yes, it is. Unfortunately, it's. I guess it's kind of hard to track down and get the true fix for it. I mean, as we all know, I did read several shows back the life of a bug that Friendly Fixer posted. So, I mean, it is a major bug. However, it's kind of hard to replicate, and so I mean, it is sporadic on when it happens. However, every video that people post and send into Kixeye does help them because then they can look at your metadata and your log files and see what may be causing it. So,
well, I'm not the only one that this problem happens to.
It happens to everybody at one point in time or another. So
it happens to me all the time.
Yeah, well, with how much you hit, I know. So, by the way, you haven't come and flattened me lately. What the heck is up with that?
Well, I'm upgrading my CC right now. I'd have to dig through my attack log.
Okay. So, of course, we've got new levels to the power plants, the increased power output, and HP all around from level 16 to 20. So, that's a good.
They got upgrades to the power plants?
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Oh, holy
the
shit,
the
man.
shield generator, if I remember correctly, is taking 7,000 power. Now, of course, we all know that the bastions take roughly, I do believe it's 6,000 power. So imagine you putting out 2 bastions, that's 12,000 power right there.
It's not going to be a viable thing for now, so it's not until you get your power up.
Correct. All right. Now, the next thing is the war production.
Yeah. I'm going to have my CC upgraded, okay? And then I'm going to be low on power.
Maybe not. You never know. So, all right. So when you open your war production menu, you click on the barracks or war factory and select war production. Your selectable units, you find the infantry or vehicles you would like to produce on the left side of the menu. Level up your war factory and barracks to select more powerful units. Note, you must own the unit to be able to place and use them in the war productions. Full list is at the bottom. So, of course, you've got Generation 2 units, Generation 1 units. Next step is you select the product, set the production unit. Choose the units you want to produce and click on the select production unit. The unit you choose will appear above the war factory or barracks. Players who have advanced scout or attacky will be able to see which units you have selected for war production. Choose the units you want to produce and click the set production units. The units you choose will appear above the war factory or barracks. Oh, I actually put that in there twice, and I'm sorry about that, folks. So, of course, under attack, the units you select for war production in the barracks or war factories will begin producing when you are under attack, but only after enemy units have been deployed. Position your buildings strategically to get the most value out of your war productions. The barracks, only 1 infantry will spawn every 20 seconds. War factory, 1 vehicle will spawn every 30 seconds. Now, guys, this is straight from War Commander Rogue Assault. And I liked it when I was playing Rogue Assault. So
Fucking annoying in Rogue Assault.
well,
Fucking hitting those bases that spawn out fucking Abrams.
well, think about it this way. Now you know what to attack first, or at least try to take out first.
Yeah, same shit I used to do in Rogue Assault. Fucking drop my air to take out their fucking helipad and their fucking war factory.
With this being done, just think what's going to happen next. Helipad war efforts. War production. So, war production. Okay. Your next thing is going to be the war production unit unlocks. Barracks level 16, you'll get a Liberator. 17, you'll get an Acolyte. 18, you get a Spartan ZK. 19, you get a Detonator or a War Dog. And at level 20, you get the Chaplain, the Breachers, and the Dracon. I know which one I'm selecting. So, level 21 on your War Factory, you're going to get a Hades. 22, you're going to get a Hammer. 23, you're going to get Beer's favorite unit in the game, the Purifier. At 24, you're going to get a Vindicator. At 25, you're going to get Phalanx, Disruptors, and Seekers.
Here's a quick question. Are these units going to be controllable, or are they uncontrollable?
I do believe they're going to be controllable, just like for Last Stand Defenders. I mean,
Last Stand Defenders are uncontrollable.
Certain ones, like out of your barracks and your bunkers and your towers and your strongholds. Those are, I would consider, Last Stand Defenders in my eyes. Because, you can always use the busted status and they won't produce anything. And of course,
That was a trip.
That was it. So would anybody like to see these things in what would you like to see in high res?
High res? What, high resolution?
As in blown up really big.
I don't know.
Anything?
New CC14.
Which one do you want to see?
Corpus.
Let me do a quick copy of that one. I'm going to do a new slide.
How we all doing?
Oh, not too bad. There's
All right, people.
Let's delete all this crap.
There goes Storm Chaser. Tried to barter with those guys, say 7-day upgrades.
Yeah, well.
Throw us a bone, dude.
All right, how's that, ladies and gentlemen?
That's fine, man. I see a whole PowerPoint screen. Okay, now you're rendering it. That's Sentinel, so that's not Corpus.
That's Sentinel? Oh, sorry. Clicked the wrong one. I'm sorry.
Click the worst one, man.
Hey. It happens. We all... I hate
Add
this.
title. Do not add the CC.
So, okay, next. Now, that is quite a big picture, so when I look at the detail on that thing.
Well,
So,
that's a pretty it's a tall skyscraper.
Yes, it is.
I don't really see too many changes.
Well, the changes, of course, are the bottom, the walls, and stuff.
Does it have one with the turret on it?
No, I don't have that one, unfortunately.
How about the footprint? The footprint's the same size, is it?
That would be nice to see with that little shield generator turret
kind
on
of
it.
Yeah. All right, so watch this one. For those of you that wanted to see that go-go bar close up.
Oh,
I'm back.
the bottom's different. Is it wider? Is it there? Can you get more stuff around it? More turrets? Do you think?
That's the new go-go bar, huh?
Yep, that's the new go-go bar. You know,
Got a little. Wait, can you zoom in on the dancer on the top?
Yeah, I can. Let's bring it back.
I'm trying to. She looks like she's okay. I see the okay.
She's
She's a
lifting up the
stripper,
foot.
and there's a pole in the back. Okay, I see it. I get it.
I kind of want to Photoshop some midgets in here for Shadow Killer.
Can you do the can? Can you do the can?
With a little moped over here in the corner or something.
Go-go bar.
Wait, I have some Oompa Loompa pictures you can include.
Wait, is there anything in this bathroom?
Anybody want to see what the big towers and platforms and bunkers look like?
Yeah, just
Yeah, sure.
run through them all if you have time. There, you don't mean the.
I like the way the towers look.
Look at that bad boy.
I like the actual stronghold there. I like it
So-
there.
So you mentioned we're getting
Watchtower
help.
looks like somebody sat on it.
Yeah, that's exactly good point, Anton.
Okay.
So you mentioned they're increasing the capacity and obviously the building health. I forgot by what,
Mhm.
A lot.
but
The health. I think the health goes up by quite a lot.
Yeah.
but you mentioned the capacity. As far as the capacity goes, we're still only able to put one Draken and one sharpshooter.
Max out it goes to 700.
Yeah, you can probably spit a few Liberators or a few Spartans. One Spartan, I think you can get in.
Okay. I kind of wish we were able to fit 3 of those guys in there. I think that's what all the players were hoping for.
Yeah,
Well,
go 50, 50, 100.
maybe one day we will. You never know.
Well, it's going to take me probably a year before I get to that stage, so I'm not all that worried.
Right here, I'm gonna grab this guy here too. That in there. We're gonna move him over to here.
That's a stronghold.
Yes, I do believe so.
Also, Champ, you weren't on when we were talking there. If you A level 31 here, you know, it's given me 58 infamy when it has no infamy. So the PvP attacks award more infamy.
Yeah.
Champ,
So-
if you wanted to see it with the turret on there, I got a pretty close-up picture.
I've seen it. There's a couple of people in the sector that have it.
Now,
I don't know what level it is, though.
Here's also what your new
Stronghold looks the best there, I think.
Looks like a little pyramid.
of course, that one gives you the most hit points, but you don't get any buffs out of it, if I remember correctly.
And you don't get any range increases, do we?
No.
No range increases, just we can swap out. But of course, I started my CC upgrade before I swapped out.
Yeah.
That's a bit annoying.
Here is the metal and oil. Well, at least metal.
It's 108 million to swap over.
Let's see here. We'll go. This is what the blow this bad boy up a little bit. There's your shield generator. For those of you that want to see it up close. Or that
How long does that take to upgrade or to get to that stage? Level 5.
That I do not know. But
Yeah, per level.
I think I'm going to guess it's 5 days, I think. I cannot remember.
Is it 5 levels or just 1 level?
It's 5.
It's 5.
5. So it's 10 days for the defense lab.
No, I want to say it's
3 days. 3 days to unlock it, and then it goes up from there.
I think level 1 gives you 10% reduced damage.
So it's
Second level is 20,
7,
third
11.
30, and it goes up to 50%. I think.
That's 20 days probably upgrade to max. So it's say then.
Debo said it's what you said 3 days to unlock.
Well, it's 3
Yeah.
days to unlock it to get it to level 1, and then I'll be honest with you, I don't remember what it was. I just kept clicking a button.
It'll probably be 3, 4, 5.
Mr. Storm Chaser, if you could, I know you're listening. What's the upgrade times on the shield turret? I know you have the power to pull up that metadata. So, anything else we'd like to see blown up?
40% buff animal is for vehicles picking strongholds.
Your base.
Yeah, well, you'll do that later for me. Don't worry. All right.
The wrong Storm Chaser. Thank you.
Excuse me.
Thank you, Mr. Storm Chaser.
Even if you can't get it, during the show, we can put it up on Unshackled some way later on, maybe.
All right.
And we can get that information out.
All right. So, I would love to have the man himself read this, but so it is Mr. Storm Chaser's one of his official posts. Now, he's not as long-winded as Wrong Thinker, but needless to say, I'm going to screw this up pretty bad. So, greetings, Commanders. We've been hard at work putting together the release for Command Center 14. Upgrades to the Command Center are not only a time to invoke a new base functionality, but also an opportunity for us to revisit a lot of our existing base content and make some updates that will make older content accessible to all players. Command Center 14 will grant access to new levels for various buildings in your base, which unlock dramatic new functionality. For years, War Commander players have been battling against rogue faction bases, which sometimes had units actively being produced from their production buildings. This made certain production buildings high priority targets in those bases, or else you would face an increased amount of base defending units to deal with in battle. Now, we did have this when we're facing the Kixeye units during events, with those bases and the boss bases that are producing acolytes, flamethrowers, all that good other stuff. So, yes, we're finally getting it. with barracks level 16 through 20 and a War Factory 21 to 25. Players gain accessibility, or the ability as well, with war production, which units make so they, when the enemy units deploy in your base, these buildings produce units of your choosing in battle whenever your base is attacked. Upgrade to higher levels to unlock the ability for even more powerful units. Of course, I've already said this earlier. Level 16 barracks, you're going to get a Liberator. 17, an Acolyte. Level 18, a Spartan ZK. 19, you're going to get Detonators and War Dogs. 20, you're going to get the Chaplain, the Breacher, and the Drakon. The War Factory at 21 is Hades. 22 is a Hammer. 23 is a Purifier. 24, the Vindicator. And 25, Phalanx Disruptors. Oh, hey, wait a second. Those are Devo's favorite unit. And the Seekers. So, note.
Also, are they going? They're going to be unteched, I think, aren't they?
Yeah, I do believe so.
So just watch out for the Seeker. Will only hit ground then. So just in case you're wanting to hit air.
Seeker unequipped will be hitting ground air.
Will it be hitting the air?
Yeah, it's air only without the tech.
Right.
Yeah, that's okay then. Thank you for that.
Note, to be able to select any of these units, you must have the unit unlocked as well as a corresponding barracks or war factory level. Use war productions by setting the units for each building to produce, which counters the types of threats that your base is facing. When attacking a base that is using war efforts, you can use advanced scout on their bases to see what type of units they are set to produce before you attack. A new level of these units building productions will also continue to reduce the unit production and repair times, reaching a total discount of 55% at max level. To help players catch up to these new buildings, the barracks levels 11 through 15 resource upgrade cost and times have been reduced. The War Factories level 16 through 20 reduces resource upgrade cost and times have also been reduced. So the new Defense Lab, level 26, unlocks the access to the brand new command turret, the shield generator. The turret reduces damage to the command center and any building that is touching the command center up to 50% max. Use the new turret's technology to increase the survivability of most important defense structures. While exciting to see that what tactics and layouts players invent using this new tool, in combination with CC14, increases in armor to 45 million, the shield generator turret will make your command center stand much longer in defensive waves than ever before. So with that being said, get ready for invasion to be a little bit harder, is what I'm going to guess. So a new level is being added to the weapons lab, which allows you to place 2 bastions in your base at once. You can finally place both an anti-missile bastion and another bastion at the same time. So we can place a missile bastion and a hammer, or you can place 2 hammers. You can place whatever, 2 of each.
Forget invasion. Forget it. It's more like expect PvP to get a little bit tougher, especially for base hitters.
Well, for those that are out there, yep, that's what I'm going to guess. And we're all complaining. Some people going, "Oh man, this base is easy flat."
Not
Now,
anymore.
well, you also got to remember that we do have that highly reduced repair costs.
Yeah.
If you have the max buildings already.
Yep. I just have a pretty once. I mean, for players that have these upgrades, or at least the CC and the shield generator, it's gonna be a lot of base redesigning. I think trying to figure out a right way to design your base and what units you want to place next to your CC for the protection. People, what I'm personally thinking, I'm not throwing any secrets because I'm sure other players are thinking kind of the same way, is towers, at least 1 bastion, your important buildings that you want to protect that are going to defend. But, I'm trying to work you know, I don't have mine upgraded, but I'm trying to picture in my mind what's the best way to set up my base once this thing is done.
Bunkers, bastions, and heavy platforms.
Yeah, a lot of. I just got a feeling it's going to be a lot of playing with base design when this, once I, at least for me, when I get this thing.
Right. Now, will the compact base come back because of this? Possibility.
It's possible. It's possible. Bases might get, you know, people might expand their base a little bit more. I don't know. And then,
now they've heard a lot of requests to get more space for units. Well, they've increased the armory capacity by 50% on all existing levels to make sure they're going through enough room for more units in the future. We've added 5 additional levels to the armory, so you'll always have room to try out the newest and latest unit.
Even if we don't have it?
You have the armory, though. So.
Well, what I'm saying is if you haven't earned, say if you haven't earned like the newest unit, can we still test it in our go-go bar?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
2 new levels of the go-go bar have been unlocked. The new unique abilities at level 21. You were able to swap mid-battle and take control of the attacking units, testing out more realistic attacks on your base without actually doing any damage to your base that you would need repair. With level 22, you can select unowned units for use in your go-go bar.
Oh, that's neat.
Attacks to test out units before you unlock them. With that being said, so let's say you don't have the Dark Storm, you don't have the Jug, you don't have the Herald. You'll be able to test that at least in your base.
Does it?
With the only issue is it's level 1.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
So
Okay.
they're not going to be elite. They're not going to be Omega. They're going to be the standard level 1.
Okay, fair enough.
So, in order to make sure you can power all these new defenses, they've added 5 more levels to the power plants. These levels increase both their power production and armor. In the 5 new levels of metal and oil storage buildings, we've increased vault protection at max. These storage buildings will keep 60% of their resources when destroyed by the other player. However, the attacker's resources gain is not affected. So, with that, guess what? Your pillager just went bye-bye if it's maxed. Because what's the pillagers giving you? So, this negates the pillager if you're running it. So, in the 5 new levels
It's
of
a
the
50%. Sorry.
So it basically negates the pillager.
I'd rather have a master thief. Thank you.
Yeah, maybe we'll get lucky and they'll come out with a new spec op for that. Maybe.
It's not a new spec op. That's a spec op I haven't seen in 6 years.
Go start hitting the level 5 bases.
Yeah, right.
Now, bunkers are getting 3 new levels that increase their capacity up to 700, allowing you to fit more units in them, increase their armor so they can withstand more beatings. We've made a few improvements in order to make it easier for you to adapt your base specific types of threats. The time to change types of your defense platforms and bunkers have been reduced to 5 seconds. In addition to upgrade times, levels 5 through 10 have been reduced. Non-heavy platform swapping costs have been standardized and reduced between 50 to 75% depending on the turret.
Well,
let's see here. What else we got? The cost of swapping heavy and non-heavy turrets have also been reduced by 50% as well.
oh yeah, can we swap a turret while our worker is gone?
Yes, that was introduced a while back where you could do
Okay, yeah, I just forgot. I'm sorry.
Now,
You can't swap a bunker though, but I think you can swap a turret. Is that correct?
right, you could swap the turret, but as far as the platform, you could not swap.
Okay.
So, now they've also introduced level 13 barricades featuring 550,000 armor, which is a 100,000 increase from level 12. The new barricades will cost less than the previous maxed level 12 barricades. And to spread these savings around to everyone, the cost of all lower level barricades are being cut in half.
Oh, sorry, David. There, Storm Chaser's replied there. If you want to check YouTube
Yes.
regarding the shield generator.
1 second, please. The shield generator turret is 3 days from the initial unlock. Then an additional level takes 1 day longer, so it'd be 4, 5, 6, and then 7. And thank you, Mr. Storm Chaser, for that.
Yes.
So, all right. So, also for those of you that saw the CC14 teaser or chat with us in Discord, know we're planning to release the Super Walls, a new type of wall that is a larger and stronger than existing walls. But as much as we wanted to introduce this new feature, we felt it is current state. It was introduced too many bugs into the game. As a result, we're holding back until later time when we can ensure its quality. So, yes, they showed a little bug with it where you could stack them. So, it does happen, but at least they're not releasing it.
Dark Shadows. My first question. Okay. It's not my first question, is it?
No, it's like your 15th or 20th, but that's okay.
Here, I'm asking you, Dark Shadows, since you're running the show here.
Uh-huh.
How come you're so unprepared, man?
You're killing me, champ. You're killing me.
You don't even have a spreadsheet to show us the cumulative days of upgrades we have received that Kickstarter has bestowed upon us. I mean,
I don't even have that. I don't.
That's what we need. That's what we need.
Well, give me time. Give me time, and we will get it.
You know, get Daba on here. He's the nerdy one. He'll. I'm sure he'll figure that one out and make
Daba doesn't even have it yet.
Okay.
So.
That's. I mean, that's information for Wiki too.
Yes.
For Troy's page and
right.
Put it up on there. And
so. If I can get that information, I will pass it along. So now
I'm interested to see the cumulative time for all these building upgrades.
Yep.
I just want to sum up the times and.
Yes.
Okay, it's gonna take me 2 years, 7 months, 44 days, and 15 hours.
Now, of course.
The one tallied up is, and it was 14 months.
So, well, you know, for those of you that do coin, you're more than welcome to coin these levels. And I know there are some people out there that have already done it. So, the Command Center level 14 is going to cost 450 million metal and oil and have the same build time as level 13, which was 11 days. Now, to help you guys get resources you need for these upgrades, we've updated a couple of spec ops to boost your collection rate. Of course, the update to the Jumbo Jet, it increases your metal and oil generations and metal and oil deposits and producers by 1,000%. Of course, you read that correctly. 1,000% increase. The new spec op is the Master Loot, which will increase your metal and oil acquired from rogue faction bases by the similar 1,000%. Of course, no, this does not affect your thorium.
Yeah, I just tried it. Didn't work.
Nope.
I tried to hit a 50 Thor and see if I got something good out of it, and I didn't.
The thorium, isn't the way they run the thorium, is it paid out in a chest? It's like a bonus, isn't that right? So you can't get it.
Correct.
Correct.
Thanks, Debo. I was about to do it.
Well, trust me, I would have put it up in the side chat without telling everybody if that worked.
Nope. Obviously, it does not affect your thorium. Now, they are working on new metal and oil bases, which will have significantly higher payouts, so you don't have to grind so many bases. I'm sorry to say, with this spec op, the Master Loot, you won't have to worry about it. Because level 35 gives you 171 million res. So,
It's. I think somebody done one there with the boost, and they were saying it was 267 million.
Here, let me
That's pretty legit.
let me present, guys.
All right.
And the price and the amount of time it runs for, I mean, my head's off to him. That was phenomenal.
Turn off this.
All right, Champ, you are presenting.
Okay, I just want to find an Iron Strike 60. Forget all about all the players here. We're in a kind of a war. I just have to find Iron Strike 60. It sucks
Okay.
I can't put on hookers though.
Well, while you're doing that, let me finish this up.
Yeah, by all means.
So he says, we hope you enjoy the new content and price reductions. We'll continue to reevaluate pricing on older content to ensure players will always have a way to catch up. Let us know what you guys think here or on Discord channel. See you on the battlefield, Storm Chaser. With that being said, let me stop this screen sharing, and Champ is screen sharing now. So
I'm just trying to find an Iron Strike 60.
There it was. That was a gentleman that said that it was a Moore. He got 267,316.
Was he running boosts?
Yeah, it was running the pillager boost, on the raid.
Yeah.
So,
Are these considered these? Are these considered? No, they're not. I'm assuming they're not.
no, but you'll get the. I think it's somebody said
It's any res that you actually get that's in the base, not boosted, not bonuses.
Somebody said I think that might be 322 million, maybe.
Right. So remember that the Iron Strike 60 does give you initially, I think it's
we're not gonna get the bonus.
Oh,
you get the bonus, but the bonus isn't buffed because then you'd be getting like 1 billion res from one Iron Strike 60, which is fair enough, a bit unreasonable.
It's the chest 60 million or 65 million of a bonus, isn't it? And then it's 24 million you get, is it?
That's correct.
So
you'll get
10 times 24. You'll get 240 million plus
the 60.
Plus 60.
You got 288, 288.8, and then 333.7 oil.
60 gives you 178 million.
Okay, so since Storm Chaser's there in the side chat, so in order to get player XP, in other words, the XP where we get closer to leveling up, if we use this up, does it count towards that? That's my question.
That's an interesting question.
That's my question to Storm Chaser out there, since he's inside chat.
Oh, you should have looked at XP before you got there.
Well, I stopped time. I got 3 minutes here. I'm taking forever.
Holy cow, 3 minutes.
You son of a bitch! You stole my fucking base. Fucking asshole. God dang it. Fucking farmers here. Okay, never mind. I'll just, forget about it.
Good on you, whoever that farmer was. Congratulations.
Fucking shithead, man.
Well, you can always do a 30 with your XP.
Well, yeah, I'll do it right now. I'll just do a 35. There's a 35 if that guy doesn't, kid.
Go for it. Steal it.
Right?
I got, let's see, what did it say? 10 million? I'm in screen. Okay, 10,674,000,000. Fucking 264,633 more to go. Fucking hilarious. My buddy. Jeez. Oh, they got some sharpshooter bases out today. How neat. And Cyclops. There's another one, Iron Strike 60. I'll just go to that one. If my buddy farmer doesn't take it.
Oh, if you're lucky, he won't.
So we don't get any boost for cores or chemicals.
Just oil and metal exclusively.
Just oil metal exclusively. Okay, got it.
Now another question: can you actually get this off by hitting rogue bases, or is it just in the gear store?
Well, no, I think it's not exactly an. I think we've had the op. I think you've been able to earn it from the 30s and 35s. It's just
The jumbo.
added.
Jumbo jet you can, but the other one, the master loots, whatever you call it.
Yeah, you put it.
Absolutely.
It's in the gear store, yeah. But I think we've been able to earn it through hitting those 30s and 35s before.
Not the master.
If I'm not
No.
mistaken. No?
Master loot is all new.
Oh, Master Loot is new. Okay.
Right. Jumbo jet has not been new, but they revamped it. So.
They revamped it. Okay.
Good on you, Nutcracker. Nutcracker says, so go and hit a 60, for God's sake. Bleep, 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 he's saying.
Well, he stole my base.
Go, jump there, Nutcracker, quick and get it, please.
Yeah, jump.
If not, I will. Oh no, my CC's upgrading.
Put on your hookers and then change it out for a Master Loot, and then get the base. But I would like my question answered. Does the jump or Master Loot op go towards your player XP, which I think it should? Jumbo is 100%, 2,000%. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 10 times the amount, which you can't really argue with that. That's going to take a lot of grind out of things, so well, or whatever.
Get rid of the depots. In the depots. In them.
Hey, you finally got there.
Yeah.
Took you.
So if my memory serves right, I had 288.8 and 333.7 oil. Okay. With this off.
Bless you.
This will take a minute. And yes, my Ardra is level 20. And yes, my Jug is level 40.
I hope your Ardra's level 10.
Hex.
Kidding, I'm kidding. Level 10.
Oh, there,
I always
Where are you,
get
sir?
messed up. Those zeros.
What's up, people?
Oh no! Who let him
What's up,
in?
dude? I bet Foss
Yeah.
base is fully upgraded already, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Everything's max, bro. Everything.
That's what I figured. So
Yeah, if we're talking about 8 months ago, yeah, it's max for that time period.
Yeah. Well, no, it's just we always need a good hack on the show, especially when Kickside Development Team is in the side chat, so we can show them.
Shh, don't tell them my hack, bro.
All right, guys, enough of that kind of talk, please.
Come on, man, we're joking around here.
And I got on and I go to do a 95 base and this is when I realized like I need to make a decision whether I'm really going to come back and step into the game and actually take it seriously, or I just need to quit altogether because I hit a 95 and it owned my ass. I mean, literally, I'm gonna have to go and ask Kickside. I'm gonna send a ticket, see if I can have my ass back because it took my ass, literally.
You forgot to put on It's Electric, didn't you?
No, I put on It's Electric and it still stole my ass.
All right, so 621.1. Let me get my calculator here.
Yeah, it's 267.
288. Whoops, clear.
What are you guys trying to do?
288. Well, I'm doing this wrong. I'll do it this way. 621.1 minus 288.8 equals. That's the boost. 332 million.
Not bad.
That's very good there.
What kind of what boost you talking about?
It's the it's new op in the gear store.
Oh yeah, I seen that. I used that.
Yeah. So I'll check my XP, and it didn't. I think I had 667 before, so it took about 4 million off my XP player XP.
Wow, that's a lot.
It took 4 million.
I wonder if you've passed me up on XP yet. Let me look and see what I got. I got
So
3.9 billion to go to level 49. What do you got?
Am I right on that? I'd have to replay the show. I think I had 10,667,000,000.
400 sounds about 4 million sounds about right, because you get 80 million from the thing, so that gives you about, let's say, 250. So you should be looking at around about 5 mil ish. XP.
Yeah, it's looks like 4 million and some change.
Yeah, so that's pretty. It's pretty accurate.
So if you're wanting to level up, that's a good way of leveling up very quickly.
Yep.
And I haven't heard nothing about this new Shadow Ops hero, and I was like, man, I know they had to start a new Shadow Ops, so I looked down on my thing, and I was like, oh my god, there's a new unit. So I went to go do my Shadow Ops, and I did that 95, and it owned me. But I did finish it.
The Shadow Ops owned you? Shit, man. When you get together, I'll show you how to do that base easy.
Bro, I ain't got none of the new stuff.
You don't need the new stuff. All you need is
the last new stuff I got's an Envoy.
That's all you need.
Yep.
That's a perfect unit for that base.
Okay.
Dude, you got to watch more of Cyram.
I don't know. Personally, I'm not going to get back into the game. And I don't think there's anything I can do to get me back in.
I mean, I'm going to try, but I don't want to lose what I got so much time invested. I don't want to lose that. I just don't.
I know what you mean, but at the same time, it's like, do you really want to waste the time?
Right. That's the decision right now.
I'm like, I've wasted enough time on the game. I don't need to waste more
because
time.
I am seeing Kickside move into the right direction. Which, I think the next big thing they really need to work on is CS. I don't know. I haven't heard nothing about that lately, but I know back in the day, back when I would lose something, or something would happen and I wouldn't get something, I would send a customer support ticket. Like, I would lose 150, 200 gold on a mess up of a lag on their end. And I would end up losing all that, and all they'd give me is like 50 to 75 gold, and they would call it compensation, which in all actuality that is not compensation. That's paying me back for what I lost. Compensation is something acquired after you get paid back for your loss. Okay, you lost 150 gold. Here's your 150 gold. Here's 50 gold because we feel bad about. Here's a little compensation thrown on top of that.
Yep.
But they call it compensation, which I don't agree with.
Yeah.
Hey, just out of curiosity, because I haven't sent a ticket for quite a long time. It's been a while, but did they change the support team?
Well,
I have no idea.
They are working. The support team is working harder than they can at this time. Well, not harder than they can. They're working a lot.
I'm just asking if they changed, if they have new, customer support.
I think
members,
I think they have some new members there. However, yes, we all know the ticket time responses are rather higher than normal. Now, of course, you got to include the skews of people putting in multiple tickets on multiple items.
So another question.
Uh-huh.
You'd probably know this, Dark Shadows. So for customer support, people that work there, are they doing customer support, exclusively for War Commander, or are they doing it for all Kickside games or multiple Kickside games?
That I do not know.
Okay.
Now, remember, I'm kind of new to the mod position.
Well, that's information we should know.
I can probably find that out for you, and I'll get back to you on that one. So, but yes, customer support is a little overworked right now, so the response times are a little slower. But Now, for those people that are out there saying my ticket is being closed without an answer, now remember this: if the issue has been resolved, for example, you put a ticket in on the judge basis not paying out. Those people that did them, they ran a script against that.
No, the profit basis.
Whichever base it was, the profit base, we'll say. So they ran a script on the metadata that then said, okay, you hit this many bases, you're getting compensated for it. Now, for those people that put tickets in and then, the next base, they put another ticket in, hey, I didn't get a payout for this base. I didn't get a payout for that base. Well, you got compensated already for it. And they're just going to probably close that ticket with no answer, to be quite honest. I'm sorry to say it that way. Now,
Is that how they sorted the problem with the profit base and not paying out, just giving people what they were meant to get?
Well, this last one, I do believe it was 400 gold for those people that were affected by it.
Really?
Yes.
What?
Now, Mr. Storm Chaser was on the ball on that one.
I want to log in and check because I only needed 2 parts and I did a base and I didn't get anything. So I want to.
Well, this was this past Sunday. So.
Oh. What about this Sunday 3 weeks ago when they weren't paying out?
No. Unfortunately. You may want to log in to check. I don't know.
I don't give a fuck.
But this bug was reported. Mr. Storm Chaser was up wee hours in the morning.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but great things about this man. So it kind of gives me a bright look at a good decision that coming back might be. Because I don't want to. I want to come back because I want to have fun. I don't want to grind. And looking at, that spec op, that's the first thing I thought. I said to myself, well, I'm not going to have to grind for resources no more unless they take that out, unless it's just like a limited time deal, and
nope,
that's one thing I won't have to grind to. That's a big step forward.
The proposed plan on the spec ops are every month they're going to put one on last chance, and they're slowly replacing one a month.
Oh, that's cool.
I'll say this, man. Storm Chaser is, although I don't agree with all the decisions him and his team make about the game, especially the upgrade times, they're doing a fantastic job of, communicating with us and stuff. And so, I commend them for that. They're always in Discord chatting away. And
I'll tell you what, Storm Chaser, make me happy and bring back the dropship. And that will make my decision clear as day.
There you go. He's in the side chat. He's in the side chat right now, Lonnie.
For those of you noobs that still have one.
Hey, I burnt mine up with you last time, asshole. For the man we're talking to right now, champ.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it. There's a video out there somewhere, I think.
Yeah.
So hang on.
We got called hacks so bad because of that, dude. Because we were hacking Spec Ops somehow, but it was so fun because if you still got them, which I know people do, just holding that shit away.
Well, Shadow Killer still has one.
Yeah.
I've still got one.
Yep.
There's people out there I've heard offering money for them fucking things, Jesus, come use it on my base and I'll give you such and such. Are you serious?
No, let's not say we did, guys. So,
I'm saying I've heard this. I'm not saying I've actually offered this.
I'm not sure.
I've heard it too.
I wouldn't pay a fucking soul.
So,
on a serious note, I haven't read the terms of service, so I'm unsure if that's against terms of service of the game.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah,
it definitely is. It's not like the person that was offering to pay haven't been breaking other rules.
Well, I mean, actually paying
Gabraham.
Paying someone to cover your base. I don't know. That's
leave it.
So
that's a weird.
Gaming. Come on, guys.
So I got this weird cough going last few days.
Come on now. So with that being said, since is back in the YouTube chat, Champ did have a good question on the looting. Does this actually go towards the player's XP gain. By the looks of it, it is a big chunk, at least hitting an Iron Strike 60.
You got 4 million. It looks like it took about 4 million off my player XP, so I think it does. I think it was getting a lot less before.
With that being said, this is going to level up, as I said, a lot of the lowers if it gives you that much XP.
Yeah, and
So everybody out there, get I think if you hit a dead base, I think you get 158 infamy no matter what the level you are. That's another one to get cracking on it there as quick as you can.
yeah, they did increase PvP attacks by more.
Yeah.
PvP attacks award more infamy, but it doesn't say how much more.
Right?
Yeah, well, for a dead base, a level 3 base, you get 158 of it.
Yeah, I'm sitting in a bubble right now because I'm a big farmer.
Champ turned farmer until he gets a few beers in him, and then he becomes a massive hitter.
Come to Ireland, champ. It's full of farms over here.
So we're gonna let's go ahead and start off with let's do Fear the Peel. I know you're not playing the game that much anymore, but you still play it here and there.
I'm not playing it at all.
Not playing it at all. Oh, come on.
At all. I haven't logged in 3 weeks.
Oh, you need to log in.
Yeah,
Nah,
see,
I really don't think I need to log in.
yeah. Storm Chaser, the same way that people 10 gold there the way he logs into his account.
I guess he didn't get his 400 gold.
Well, I haven't logged in 3 weeks, so I doubt it.
And once you check and see if you got your 400 gold.
Yeah, very important.
Oh, I got 400 gold. I'm gonna go do some PvP and then get my ass kicked and then go home and quit playing or Pokemon.
All right. Well, Mr. Fuck you. With these changes that are coming into place, what do you think so far?
I have no idea, dude. I just kind of got back into it, so I'm trying to take it slow, but it's looking good. It's just going to be one step at a time for me. I mean, looks like it's going the right direction, but we'll see what happens.
All right.
I mean, Kicksai's got a track record of taking 2 steps forward and 5 steps back, but after all that's been going down, I mean, they have done so much. They have really been taking all them steps forward and not so many steps back lately. So if they can keep that up, they'll be on getting a better track record. So,
well, you got to remember, we have a totally new game team.
Yeah.
No.
So far, so good. So far, so good.
They're doing a great job, I think. And, communication is, that's very important. Like I said, I'm not like all excited about some of the decisions they made, but a lot of what's coming out is pretty cool, I think. So I mean that communication thing between us and them has been outstanding.
And I honestly think Discord has been a major help on that too.
Totally agree with you. Totally agree. Whatever they've done, whether you can agree or disagree with what Kicksai ever do, but the Discord channel was a no-brainer, an absolute success it was.
For those of you that haven't been on Discord yet, if you look in the description of the video, you will find 2 links. One to our Facebook page, and the other one to the War Commander Discord channel. So, might want to check it out. Now, Debo's been way too quiet, so I'm going to give him the floor to speak. What do you think about all these new changes that have come out and upgrades and so far?
Personally, I'm loving it. I love the direction the game's going. We all know that I've been playing this game for longer than almost everybody here. I really enjoy it. I do have to take a step back and agree with what's already been said today on the show, is that a lot of these new upgrades it's pretty astronomical. I mean, I'm a coiner. I spent a decent amount of money today, but I mean, you're talking 2 years to get all this stuff done. I mean, I at the point that these updates came out today, I still don't have my resource storage is maxed out. My highest resource storage is at 21.
Yeah.
Now I'm lucky enough to where I bought the compression, so it's never really handicapped me that much. But I mean, in order for me to finish out my upgrades, we're talking. I mean, like I said, it's going to be like 2 years down the road. So I mean, they really need to rethink the upgrade times here to not cripple us as it goes. But as far as what the upgrades are and what they do, I am happier than a pig in shit. I hate to say it. I mean, it's like a kid in a candy store, man. I'm like, they've been going on the right track, and the game has been fun again. And I mean, these extras that keep coming out they're awesome. I agree with everybody on the game team, and Storm Chaser in particular. It's really going back to a fun game and stuff you want to do. But like I said, the big thing now is, even with all these updates and all these upgrades that we have, I mean, realistically, a person who had a max base yesterday is a year and a half down the road is to have another max base.
I'll find that out shortly, Debo. I'll get a spreadsheet together.
And I think that's a big thing, and I'm sure they did that at Kickstarter. I'm sure they sat down with the numbers and actually looked at it a lot closer than what we are. But I mean, the date, the amount of dates that I skipped today when I upgraded stuff was enough to make you take a step back and look at it and go, holy crap. So
well, I mean, we all know on certain unit upgrades it was cheaper to do an instant upgrade than to do res first, then coin it.
I will say that every upgrade I did today, res first, then coin it, was the way to go. You didn't save a shit ton, but you saved a little bit.
Well, what would you say if... Now, this is asking the major coiners, you and Champ right now. If it was the other way around, if you instant built it, you got a nice little chunk off.
Oh yeah, the cheapest way to go if you're.
Well, yeah, whatever's cheaper in my opinion. But
I'm just saying.
The problem is you got to think we can only upgrade one building at a time. One building at a time can be upgraded. So, the idea was already thrown out there. Hey, if I upgrade one of my resource storages, they all go up a level. That's huge. I mean, I wish I was on the show at the time that it happened, because I would agree with that hands down. I think that'd be freaking awesome.
Yeah.
So you gotta go into place here, man. Like my next upgrade, I mean, I understand these aren't going to be a lot, but all right. So I got 9 more levels on this oil storage here. My next upgrade on it's a day, so then we're going a day 12 hours, 2 days,
right?
2 days, 12 hours, 3 days. So I mean, just that one is would take me till the end of the month at the very least. I mean, I haven't actually really done the math on 9 upgrades going up 12 hours a pop.
Hey Debo, since you upgraded some of your stuff, I'm just curious. Did you happen to check your player XP towards your next level before you upgraded those buildings? And if so, did you increase significantly?
I mean, I'm a 48 now. I was a 47 an hour ago.
There you go.
There you go.
Congratulations as well.
Kind of answers my question.
Now, there was said on Discord, I can't remember when it was, but be on the lookout for some packages for the lower levels that are out there. They are going to be coming out with base grades. So
great. We'll have lower levels that have my base.
No. That's... I mean, if you look at the base upgrade packages that are out, it is usually for metal, oil, storages. It's for Thor storages. The occasional, it's for your resource buildings and stuff like that. So.
Well, yeah, one thing I'd say, at least for the lower level players with a minimized base that don't have any expansions, I do wish Kickstarter, since the game started, we've had to coin the expansions. And for the lower levels, I can't imagine. I mean, that's got to be overwhelming for those guys that are, legit lower levels. And they should give those guys, I mean, they should throw it out there, at least I don't know, maybe a 2 base expansion for, since the game started until now, it's about 7 years, right? And all these buildings they come out, especially the trophies and
Yes.
Or
Well,
or it'd be like if you 45,
Yeah.
you get a free expansion. 46, you get a free expansion.
Yeah, make it by level if if that's possible. But with that minimized base for a lower level, say like you, Fa, level 45, for example, never had a base expansion, or at least we, assume is a legit player. But that would be kind of generous of them, because having a minimized base, it's really tough nowadays for those guys. So
Make it as a task or something, a reward for a task.
yeah, something. And I'm just saying that for players. My base, I can care less. I got full expanded base, but other players they just refuse to coin it, or they don't think it's worth it. But that would be nice. Those guys.
Check out YouTube here and there.
So any questions out on YouTube?
So I'll just ask a question out there to YouTube, if that's okay. Like, I take it everybody's going to upgrade their CC first. What's the second thing they're going to upgrade?
I just seen Bunkers got an upgrade.
Second thing I'm upgrading is my weapons lab for my second bastion.
Same here.
That's it. Are you just going to run with that, are you?
I think I might do my Bunkers.
I'm doing my second bastion.
I'm going to do defense lab whenever I get it there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because I need the
bastion is going to be no benefit to us.
Yeah.
We don't get any extra resources, and we're going to run out during the week.
Yeah.
It's going to be no advantage. Might be an advantage maybe for an invasion or something like that there.
My wallet needs upgrading too, Brandy. Send me a check.
I take credit.
So, all right, ladies.
Takes toes.
Toes, fingers.
Of course, Mr. Rommel is sitting here doing.
Defense lab a second. Yeah, I think that's the consensus.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm over there. Yeah.
Yeah, defense lab second. Okay.
I agree. CC, defense lab, then bunkers.
I'm not even going. I'm going to do the bunkers are no real advantage until you get to max level.
All right. Well, I mean, you look at. I'm going to use Fear the Pill as an example here. He didn't have a maxed base, but people were hitting with maxed units and whatnot, and they were still losing their butts. It's not sometimes what you have as far as.
And I don't coin.
It's never been what's your base is. It's what's in your base.
Exactly.
It's always been that. It's
always been the units in your base. So the base itself is just
90% of the times, yes, it's the units inside of your base, and how well you can defend with those units.
Exactly. So, I mean, you got somebody that's a good base defender. They're going to ward you off. They'll ward off a couple of people. They'll lose a couple of units, but they can still manage. So.
Yes, AJ, there. You have to watch out for the power. So
now,
maybe a power plant, maybe before we do anything else.
So my question for Fear is, when you were still active and doing that, how many people did you ward off of your base before they actually destroyed your base platoon in one go?
I don't know. Sometimes I could hold off quite a few.
But I'm sure sometimes you had that one guy come along and just squished you.
Yeah.
We've all had that.
You're always going to get that one guy that will throw everything at you, and he knows how to use his units well. So I mean, they'll get you, but I mean, you'll take out a huge chunk of their shit doing it.
Yep.
And then you always get those people that have the units but don't know how to use them and just like lose everything, and then they're just sitting there like, the fuck just happened?
Oh, you mean the Ruby Queens?
Not even that. Like it's people that they use their units, but like just don't even know how. I think the absolute best example I ever had of that scenario was we're doing Warpath. I was doing Warpath with Champ ages ago, and they had my base like fully surrounded. There was probably like 10 guys there, and they sent their after I've been hit a few times. They sent this big dude in who brought like the kitchen sink in and everything, and they made way for him. I let him hit me, and he lost his entire turn, couldn't even one-star me, and then everybody else just left my base. They literally just sent their tunes home. They were like, yep, well, GG. If he can't do it, fuck this. And I'm like, I was pretty fun, but at the same time, I was like, damn it, I can't kill any more shit here.
Right. For those lower levels out there, don't try to level up. It's just a number. Learn the units that you have. If you can't learn them, then, I mean, get with somebody that can teach you how to use these units correctly. I mean, there's always videos out.
You will learn not to level up if you was in Warpath as a 48 about 2 or 3 Warpaths ago. Yeah. You will learn you would not want to level up.
Yeah, you just need to like worry about leveling up the right things. I mean, you want to level up your offense before your defense, because this game is more centered about being offensively strong than it is about being defensively strong.
Example is defense.
What?
You don't have to do the defense waves, guys. Just so you know.
Exactly, yeah. So like events, sorry. Okay. I thought you said defense, and I'm like, what the fuck?
No,
how the fuck defense prove that defense is worse? Yeah. But yeah. So the point is, worry about things like your storage, your your hangar, your tech center, your
war factory, barracks.
Not necessarily so much your war factory and barracks, but things that are going to help you to be producing the strongest units. You know, your airfield, not your airfield, still hangar, academy.
Well, with those other buildings leveled, remember you get a
max. You want to be maxing out your like helipads, your airfield, things like that. That'll give you a huge offensive boost, and then worry about your defensive shit, like your defense lab and your bunkers. You don't necessarily need to really worry about the levels of your platforms, as long as you've got your defense lab up to a high enough level that you can actually max out the turrets themselves. Then you don't really need to worry about the platforms. But yeah, I mean, that's all you really need. I mean, you max out your bunkers, max out your turrets, not the platforms, the turrets, and that's all you really need for your defense. Max out your offensive things. You know, work on specific units in your. I've been telling everyone, max out your purifiers for ever since they first came out. They are a huge motherfucking tanky unit, and they do so well in every aspect of the game, whether it be invasion or just defensive. Hammers, hammers are pretty good. I would still I prefer to go with purifiers most of the time. They do a pretty better job. But yeah, like focus, like be smart about what you upgrade. You know, don't be like, oh shit, I got a jug. I need to max this jug out and spend fucking, like 100 days doing all those Omega levels, taking it to level 40, when you could be maxing out like 4 other units. Normal units. You want to kind of honestly prioritize your more usable units. Things like purifiers, things like hammers, things that you're going to need to use more often, as opposed to your unique units. Because the unique units are great, sure, but if you're ever in a situation where you can't use that specific unique unit, you can be severely fucked. Yeah, that's probably it.
All right. Well, thank you so much on that insight. And that's coming from a non-corner, ladies and gentlemen. So that was his first priority, was that purifier to get max, because he
Yeah, it really was. The Purifier was my first faction unit that I maxed out, I believe.
So basically you're saying here that, you know, I mean, if you need an experienced player to help show you the ropes and stuff like that, there would be a good play there. So that means you're coming back to the game because I need somebody that needs help. So I do there.
I'm not coming.
You talked yourself into that. I do apologize. Next there, please. Thank you.
There's nothing that's gonna. There's probably only one thing that would ever get me back in the game, and that's like practically impossible to ever happen. So there's no way I'm getting back into the game. I'm just done with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I want to play a game, I want to be having fun doing whatever the fuck I'm doing in that game. That's why I'm playing Pokemon Go and Heroes of Newerth at the moment, because they're a game that I can actually play right at the moment. Oh, Storm Chaser, you don't want to know what that one thing is. I'm not allowed to talk about it, and you're not allowed to talk about it.
Yeah, that's an off-topic discussion.
It's something neither one of us are allowed to talk about.
Okay, when the show comes down, when the show goes offline, Storm Chaser, you can come in, and he'll tell you. How's that?
if he wants to,
and bring your 400 gold with you there.
He just said it.
Yes, do it.
One Pokemon and War Commander.
In there, do not talk about that word.
Just to tell everyone.
Don't do it.
A Pokemon trophy. How about that?
There you go.
I'm sure there'd be a few copyright issues.
Maybe.
That's a possibility.
Or they just come up with a Pokemon that doesn't exist just for you.
Yeah, but that wouldn't really be a Pokemon then.
He says you might have to wait till April 1st.
Yeah, I see it. I don't know whether I should hold him to it or not.
All right. Any other questions out in YouTube for us, guys? We got Storm Chaser out in YouTube chat answering questions. I'll answer what I can. These guys will answer what they can. Maybe Champ can show Baku how to do a 95.
I can do that if yeah.
The right way and not bulldoze it.
I don't bulldoze it.
Do you have do you need to do your spec ops? So that's the other question.
I have to reach out to
You can show me in the after show then.
It doesn't take that long.
Best idea for a heavy plat. That's one.
Best idea for what?
For a heavy plat.
For the 95?
Well, no, just in general. What would you put in your heavy plat? Whether
I'm not telling you.
I spent all this time upgrading a specific unit that would make like the awesomest and like greatest reusable heavy plat. That would be really fucking annoying to destroy. But then Kickstarter do something like bring out the judge, which kind of fucked up the whole plan.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna repeat. Do my repeat.
Okay. Oh.
All right. So let me go find a 95 Shadow Ops. Okay, I got one right there.
Oh, Mr. Jack Sparrow just finally decided to grace us with his presence.
Jack Sparrow.
Oh, hello there, Jack.
Okay, so what I have in this tune is a Jericho, and this is a level 18 purifier with spaced armor, ferrite core inductor, and ballistics training.
Jeez, Champ.
So whatever.
Don't let people hear that, man. They might think you're. Don't let people hear that you only have a level 18 purifier. They might think you're a low level.
Well, this is the only thing I use my purifier for. So.
Well, you are screen sharing, so.
And just everyone out there, I mean, everyone has different plats, but you got to understand
purifier
how to use the unit, how to use the units in that.
Well, I use it as a meat shield. Basically.
Okay, yeah, about the purifier, yeah, but I'm talking about like back to that, like the heavy platoon, that big heavy plat.
Okay, so make sure
you
Ruby's
use this rather than a caretaker champ. Is that how you rock and roll this one?
I'm using a purifier and a Jericho. That's it. So first thing I'll do is, well, I got 6. I usually use 8, but 6 will do the job. And then I send these up a little bit. Put them on defend.
Now, fuck you. Are you watching this?
Defend is the
You always left in chat.
Ah.
Did fuck you leave?
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever.
No, it happens. I mean, he'll watch the after show probably for the replay.
All right. So I deploy this guy slowly.
Man, I really want Chance to type in his game chat.
No.
You may want to turn your game chat off so you don't get flagged.
I will in a minute. I will in a minute.
Troll him for me.
I'm not trolling anybody. So I just retreat it, and I'm taking way more damage than I normally do on that purifier.
Only because you're rushing it.
Yeah. Okay, I'll turn that off.
No.
And so now I get off that corner wall there. All that's in these bunkers are the little flame guys, whatever they're called. I don't know. I forgot what they're called.
Well, the Eastern Horde guys. I can't remember the name of them either. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so take out those corner walls there. Takes out that. And take out this little flame cannon thing.
Fireman, there we go.
Yeah, fireman. Take out that one.
I thought firemen are meant to put out flames.
So now I'm going to hit this corner wall. It's not going to completely destroy the hunter missile, but it'll damage it a little bit. At least it usually does. All right.
I think those are the firemen from Fahrenheit 451.
Yeah, so I'm going to redeploy the Jericho. And I just want to get this right guy here. But I don't want to get hit by this. Again, I forgot what that tank is called, too.
FAV on steroids.
Yeah. Retreat. And
I can't. If I was to call them something, I'd just call those things like flame, fire phalanx.
Yeah, that's what they kind of look like.
So that took out the hunter there, right?
Yeah, that's a good hit there. That's a good hit.
That takes out that. Now, here's the interesting part. I'm going to deploy a couple bone saws. Should have just deployed one, really. And I don't want to completely destroy this.
Move them on down.
Yeah.
Animal had a good question. He says, in the war production at the top level, you get chaplains, breachers, and dracoons. They are all different factions.
Select those.
That was Hunter.
Oh yeah, Hunter. Sorry, Hunter.
So get those close to here.
Do they only deploy units that are aligned to your CC faction, or is it random? If what I read correctly, it is you get to choose which units you want to deploy.
Oh no.
So,
redeploy my little Jericho.
David, I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Can you mute Hunter Hamish for 5 minutes, please?
Can I what?
Can you get him. You know, we'll timeout. Put him in a timeout.
No, I'm not going to put him in timeout.
What did Hunter do? He's a nice
Because
dude.
he's got good information, and you got
It's only for 5 minutes.
Yeah, but it deletes all his stuff when I do that.
For 5 minutes.
No, it deletes it permanently,
God damn it!
even in the playback. So I can't do that anymore because he does have good questions and answers. So
If you want to do it for old time's sake.
yeah, I would. Maybe when we don't have a good show going on with some good information in the side chat.
Okay, I'll wait for any other show except for this one show.
Maybe.
Oh, very good. I'll tell you what, you have nothing to learn.
What
Yeah.
happened? I missed it.
And for those of you wondering, if you, as I said earlier, if you choose to put your line to, let's say, Corpus, and you choose to pop out a Liberator, you lose your faction buff.
Question for you is all on YouTube there. For the war production, what unit, say it was all max, what is the one unit that you would pick to spawn from your building, from infantry and from vehicles?
To be honest, I think it's situational.
Sharpshooter
Yep.
and
Like-
the vehicle?
I don't know.
Phalanx?
Well, if you are heavy anti-ground in your base itself, then I would choose
Oh, I
like a
forgot.
Hades or something. You know,
Hades.
Hades. You say it one way, I say it another. Tomato, potato.
Can I say something about something I'm suffering from right at this moment?
What?
What's that?
So I'm upgrading these walls, and I'm literally clicking every wall. Is there any way, instead of the upgrade all function in the game where it's upgrade all and it gives you a gold cost, can it be an upgrade as many as you can for as much resources as you have?
I was going to ask that. That's a good question.
Because this is, I mean, like literally, I'm halfway done, and this is killing me. I'm just double clicking each little wall.
Upgrading walls has always been one of the most annoying, if not the most annoying thing about the game.
Oh yeah, it's a pain in the butt.
That's something for Storm Chaser. So that would be a good addition to the wall upgrades instead of it being a gold cost.
I mean, they can still have the gold costs in there, but
a Sentinel ground unit, I think the Storm Chasers already announced that there for the next event.
It is a you're getting a single use Hero Sphinx.
You called your CC, you fucking noob.
I don't know anything you're talking about.
Yeah, you do. I just scouted your base.
All right. So I just pretty much clean it up from here with the envoys. This one is a little tricky because to avoid that storm turret.
Oh, by the way, Devo, to answer your question, that is one of the reasons they wanted everybody on the super walls. Was so you didn't have to do, all that many clicks.
I gotcha. Well, by the time Super Walls come out, I'll be done clicking.
I'm pretty sure that I'm about to go flat Devo now since his base is torn the fuck apart.
The up and coming event is going to be Sentinel Ground Support Unit. So that ought to be interesting.
Sounds a lot like a caretaker to me.
It's Sentinel's ground support, but I think it's infantry.
I do remember seeing something on Discord, something about
Maybe I can stand corrected in that as well.
Forgot about that avalanche.
It increases the firing rate of your other troops. So
it's a Corpus event, but we get a Sentinel unit because we're always one unit ahead.
Exactly.
It'll be a Sentinel infantry unit that buffs fire rate.
Well, I do remember seeing something. I can't remember who said it, unfortunately, and I'm sorry for that. But some of the newer units that are going to be coming out are going to be kind of like a caretaker-ish type unit in some sort of form.
That's pretty good.
I mean, we got that now for air with the Sphinx, kind of like an caretakery type unit for air. So, depending on what tech you equip. So, I still want to see the Kung Fu grip for Romero when he comes out.
Yeah, is there a reason if let's just I'm just throwing this hypothesis out there. So if I were to upgrade my my go-go bar to max level right now, would I be able to test myself against Romero?
Ooh, well, considering it's not really out.
Mhm.
It's not a publicly available unit as of yet.
Isn't that a defense unit though?
The Romero? No. You can. I do believe you can probably use it in both.
Oh, interesting.
No Romero either way, Debo.
Okay. Well, then I mean, I was just curious because I checked my go-go bar and he wasn't in there. So
Don't tell me your Google bar is maxed.
no, God, no.
Okay.
I think once it's released, it's only in the game. I think you may not say you could be 2 weeks behind in your shadow ops. You could still test it, but it would only be level 1, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, it matches whatever level your units have.
And if you don't have it, it becomes level 1.
If you don't have it, it won't show up.
Only released units.
Gotcha. All right.
Well, it should show up.
So if it's a spec op unit, you won't have it until the 8th phase of that shadow ops, because that unit would be
until the day that you're able to unlock it. Yeah, I got you.
But that's another point about that last level. I mean, up till that point, the only things you'll actually have are units that you already have unlocked. So anything you don't have unlocked, you won't be able to go bar test. So that last level will give you access to every single available unit.
Yep.
So that attack, it was 1 minute and 31 seconds on my air and 33 minutes on my ground tune for the purifier.
Thank you. That's very nice.
Yeah, I've done better, but yeah, it's not bad.
Question to Storm Chaser. Now that we can control the units, are we able... I guess I'd assume no. The answer would be no. But are you looking at implementing something that we can test via the go-go bar, that we can actually test our base being hit against teched units and not just randomly teched units by the go-go bar?
That'd be an interesting one. And I'm honestly not sure how that would work.
I know it would be. I mean, I can imagine it being pretty difficult to code, I guess. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, there's a big difference being hit by, say, for just shits and giggles, a unteched phantom and a fully teched out phantom. You know, like there's no point really testing your base up against a completely unteched phantom, as opposed to actually testing it out against a fully teched out phantom.
Have any used, Debo, have you, just talking about untech phantom, somebody was saying on the side chat, have you upgraded your shield yet for your CC?
Have I upgraded the shield yet for the CC?
Yeah. You got it on there right now. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's fully upgraded.
If you don't do you go bar test with a phantom over that there, could you?
I'm in the middle of getting carpal tunnel with these walls. I need to actually speak to Kickside Legal at this point.
No.
Shit, we're gonna see you on Judge Judy.
That's only 5,000, just Judge Judy. That's hardly enough.
I'm not addicted to working. No, I'm not.
Is it gonna be Debo against Will Harbin, or?
Yeah, no. Let's not say we did, guys.
I'm pretty sure his lawyer's better than mine.
Yeah, probably so.
Well, that's why you're on Judge Judy, because you don't need lawyers.
Yeah, it's a civil case, man.
It could be worse, people. It could be punching Judy.
Oh my God, 7. I got about 8 walls left, guys. I almost made it.
To be fair, though, I'm pretty sure Harbin would just pay you out so that he wouldn't have to go.
Now the question is this affecting your trigger finger?
No, I'm ambidextrous, but I carry my gun on my right side.
Okay. Maybe this can be
That's not
programmed.
the real question.
Hang on. I got one question for the Go-Go Bar.
Did you just shush me?
Yes, I did. And I
Shush, Jack. Shush.
How did you
Now-
where I was going with that, asshole.
Yeah. So anyway,
Shush.
maybe, just maybe,
Shut up.
for the Go-Go Bar, if I don't know how long this would take, but run a script to see what the best tech the most used tech that people are using on that unit.
Don't worry, David. I solved our bird problem.
Huh?
I solved our little bird problem.
Well, I'm just saying maybe, run a little script to see what most people are using on it and just check it with that equipment.
Went straight over your head.
Sorry, I haven't had my coffee limit has been reached, and I don't have any here, so
Check the side chat.
okay, I will later. So, anyway, well, let's go ahead and wrap this little bad boy up. So, I mean, we've been going for 2 hours straight, guys. We got some good information out there, got some good questions and answers. And as I said before, Discord is a place to be right now if you want to get some information or got some issues that need to be resolved. If you can't get support, even if you do have support, sometimes going to Discord does help out quite a bit. So we're going to start off with, let's see here. Jack, you came in late, so we're going to start off with you. Moans, groans, complaints, comments, good or bad?
You might want to pay attention to the side chat now, David.
I'm looking at the side chat. There's nothing there. So
Clearly missed something.
I missed something? Okay.
James sees it, I think.
I don't see anything.
You
Oh,
need some glasses, bro.
good God.
I told you I solved our bird
Yeah,
problem.
he can't talk, so let's go to you, Fear.
Well, he can. Jack, I muted you.
That's wrong. That's mean. And it's I can't.
Yeah, so what's the question?
So let's give your final shout outs, moans, groans, complaints, good or bad, and your final shout outs. And
Well, I'll give
you better not say Pokemon.
Well, I mean, Storm Chaser said I might have to wait till April 1st, so you never know. But I'll give a shout out to Storm Chaser. Very active in the side chat, in the YouTube chat. Sorry, and it's really good to see someone from Kickside being that straightforward and interactive with us. So props to Storm Chaser for that. Yeah, no real moans and groans about the game. It's it is what it is, and I've moved on. Yu-Gi-Oh!
I was gonna say Dragon Ball Z Super, but that's besides.
No, Zach posted Yu-Gi-Oh! In the side chats.
I know. That's all right. Well, thank you so much. All right, Debo, you're up.
Shout out to everybody on the panel. Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to Kicks. I really appreciate these updates. Please take a look at these upgrade times. I think it'd be beneficial to at least just take a peek at it and see what you guys can do. Something you might be able to make better.
All right, thank you so much. Hear the kiddos in the background. Chance, moans, groans, complaints, good and bad comments, and your final shout outs.
Shout out to guys on the panel and YouTube and Storm Chaser. Before today, I had a pretty much max base, and everything was upgraded. Now I have a lot of upgrade time, so Thanks for that, War Commander.
Right.
So I want to make a spreadsheet and just figure out what my cumulative time on upgrades are and put it out there.
All right.
So, you know, prior to today, I had maxed up, you know, I had a max base. After today, I got a shit ton of upgrades. I just want to figure out how much time it would feasibly, I mean, just what upgrade, you know, straight up without coining. I want to figure out how much time it would take. So, you know, I'll try to work on that and put that out there. I'm in total agreement with Debo. Kind of ease up on the times for upgrading our buildings, because it takes a lot of, you know, it's just the cumulative time it's going to take, because a lot of people didn't before today didn't have all their stuff upgraded fully, and I did, and it's still going to take me a hell of a long time to upgrade all this stuff. But other than that, you know, that's my only kind of, I guess, complaint. But I haven't experienced any crashes or anything. I haven't seen any glitches. I mean, the game's been running smoothly since I've been here. So that's it.
Well, thank you so much. Mr. Stormchaser has said, in regards to Devo and you, they are reviewing all upgrade times. So,
will refunds be issued? I'm just curious.
No.
Well, then I say leave them all the way they are.
You and I both know it's just like you go out and you buy a $300,000 car. The minute it drives off the lot, just because let's say it's the first car and it's $300,000, you drive it off the lot, it now just depreciated to $15,000. You're paying the premium to have it early. So, all right. Next up on the list, or in the chopping block, Chad, if you're still with us.
I am. Sorry, I had to drop out.
That's
just
fine.
a shout out to YouTube, to the group of people that I hang with, to you guys for doing a great job on the show. And I'm not looking forward to the added lag.
No, I don't think you'll have that much added lag, to be quite honest. We'll see.
I do.
Me personally, I just turn off all animations and everything else.
Everything's off, and I'm supposed to be pulling 250 down and 20 up, and I don't even get close to that.
Ooh. All right. Well, Anton, you're up.
Yep. Again, thank you very much for the invite. Thanks to everybody in the panel there. Storm Chaser, thanks again, everybody there and out there, for answering all the questions out there. YouTube, it's the bread and butter. Everybody, it's good to see the little gang back on again and some new people on. Keep the questions coming again. Anybody who wants to be on the show, send a PM to anybody here that's on the panel there, and there's a quick vetting process for everybody. Get on Discord, because it's a way forward. Again, thank you to Sector 173, where I'm at there. Thanks to all the guys there and that there, and for Fearless Selecto there for always advising me on how to do certain bases there. I've been lost without yet. And keep it classy, everybody.
Very good, very good. Thank you, Anton. And of course, Zach will be shout out to the panel, YouTube, and Kickside for the update, and Storm Chaser for being in the YouTube chat. So, my final shout outs for tonight are going to be, I want to thank everybody on the panel that showed up tonight, whether it be early, whether it be late. It's always good to have you on. For everybody out in YouTube for showing up and watching this ragtag bunch put on a show that lasted 2 hours. Now, of course, we've got the event coming up. Let's see here. What day is that? 20-something. I'll have to look, but I'll look later.
23rd.
23rd. So get ready, prepare, and hold your resources. For those that are out there, so that way you don't have to go out and beg, saying, "Hey, can somebody open me a 50?"
Oh, with the new op, you don't have to do that, Dave.
I know. You know, there's still always going to be that one person. Hey, somebody open me a 60. I need res to build a missile.
Well, that's when you put on the mute button.
or you just go platinum. One of the two. So with that being said, everybody out in YouTube for showing up, and Mr. Storm Chaser for coming out and joining this ragtag bunch, even though it's in the YouTube chat. As I said once before, everybody out, they want to join the Discord. It's a place to be. You get some good information there prior to these shows. Some good, some bad. Whether or not it is what it is. So, I want to give a shout out to the Kickside team for doing all that they're doing so far. Are you kidding me? Golden Doodle is still playing Vega Conflict.
Who said that?
Hunter. Yes, he's been actually playing it for the past 2 days. So, but
yeah. Hey, let me put something out there. Dark Shadows. You know, I say this. You know, kick the War Commander team. They are doing a great job with communication. I'm just saying, if you guys disagree with something, like some of their ideas, like I have, and just say I disagree, but just try to be respectful about it and state your case, like you're in court with Judge Judy, she's presiding, but yeah, I mean, that's a we gotta try to bargain with them. It's like if you're at an auction or your garage sale and sale price is $10, you want to get that price down to $5. See if you can barter with them.
That's good. You go in there, you got concerns, complaints. You think that this is too much for this unit, or the build time is too long, or you have a problem with something. Come up with a solution. You may want to post that in there. They'll look into it. Some of the ideas that they get, they will consider.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I know. Like Pokemon in April 1st.
Yep. So we'll get a Pokemon trophy in honor of Fear the Peel.
Gotta wait.
Can't wait.
Anyway. All right. I just want to thank everybody once again. The team is doing an awesome job out there. And granted, I may be one of the newest mods out there. I am still learning, guys. So don't be alarmed if I do get things wrong. But
yeah, Dave, can you get me unbanned from the forums, please?
I'll have to take that up with the higher ups. We'll have to find out what you were banned for.
No, don't worry about it. I think the champ just wants to be banned again, just to be sure.
Just reban myself? Why would I want to do that?
I can look into finding out if we can get you unbanned. All right, just for you, I'll ask tomorrow when they're all in. So,
okay, fine.
All right, everybody. I want to wish you all a good night. Remember, this is just a pixel game. We play it for fun. We play it for sport. We play it with our friends. So with that, I want to bid you all a good night, a good morning, a good evening, whichever the case may be for any of you out there watching. This is War Commander Unshackled, and we are out.